So I know here where some of us are in Vancouver, we're on the land of the Musqueam, Tsleil-Waututh, and Squamish nations. But some of you are also on the land of other nations. So if you'd like, please feel free to write those nation names in the chat. And always, let's remember our connection to our siblings in these nations and pray for the day in which we might be with them in right relationship. So welcome. Welcome to Living Interfaith. Know that the whole of you is welcome. You're not asked to leave who you are in your own homes. Please bring who you are in with you. But what you are asked to remember is that everyone around you has brought who they are in with them as well. And all of goodwill are welcome. I know Cheryl is not with us this morning. She is at a private event, but we still have Bruce, which is so wonderful. So Bruce, when you're ready, over to you.
Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Bruce. And now I have a few announcements. So the first announcement is that there is the big Vaisakhi Parade here in Vancouver today. So it starts at 11 o'clock, right when this ends, but fortunately it goes till 4 or 5 p.m. So you can still catch it if you're local and you're interested. It'll be in the Punjabi market area, so actually down near where Samir and I live. So around, let's see, between Fraser and Main Street, around 57th up to 49th Ave. So if you'd like to go, it's their first one in 3 years after a big delay because of the pandemic. So it's going to be very joyful and lots of food and big floats and people selling all kinds of flowers and dresses and these kind of things. It's going to be really beautiful. So if you can, check it out. And if you can't go today, but you could go tomorrow, there's the big one in Surrey tomorrow as well, if that one's closer to you. So
I think that's next Saturday.
Is that next Saturday? Is that true?
Usually Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
no,
it is.
thank you so much. Thank you.
It's twice the size, the Surrey one. It's huge.
Oh, that's amazing. No, thank you so much. That's good. I'm glad. So good. So you might be able to catch both of them then, depending on what your Saturdays look like. So we have that. And then let's see. On Thursday, April 20th at 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, there's going to be an online discussion about having a values discussion. It's going to be about learning how to facilitate non-controversial exploratory dialogue that helps build up trust and understanding of people who are different from you in the community. So if you're interested, this is free. It's being offered through the United Religions Initiative. You can sign up here. So I'll just put the registration page with more information in the chat if you're interested. And finally, the following Thursday, April 27th, this one will be at 6 a.m. because it's an international discussion. So that's a little harder for those of us here in Pacific Daylight Time. URI is also going to host their first talk about resilience and helping us explore what being resilient means to us individually and as a community. So this one's also free. And if you're interested, you can check it out here, and I'll put that in the chat as well. So that's what I have. How about others? Hi. Oh, it's so good having Harold with us. This is great. And welcome, Dr. Kala. So yes, any other announcements before we get going? All right. Well, if not, let's just come into silence for a moment. Oh, Harold, did you have an announcement or you're just waving? Okay, just waving. Perfect. Thank you. All right, let's come into silence. I have a poem from Gurmat Kaur. The day Guru Gobind Singh turned sparrows into eagles was the day that all people of all castes stood up and became equal to kings. This was the day we realized the power of five. The day we were given the 5 banis, or prayers, to listen to and read. The day that transformed us to see all as equal. Remember the true meaning of Vaisakhi among the crowds and food. And so ask the Gurdwara to donate vast amounts of food to the homeless. Soon our celebrations will disappear, but we must celebrate in spirit every day the creation of the Khalsa. Let it always be within our spirit, and let us always be fearless within our hearts to do the right thing, no matter how hard it gets. Let us celebrate always within. And then I have the Mool Mantar by Guru Nanak Dev Ji. There's only one God. Eternal truth is God's name. God is the creator. God is without fear. God is without hate. Immortal, without form, beyond birth and death. God is the enlightener, who can be reached through mercy and grace. True in the beginning, true before time, true now, O Nanak, and true in the future. Thank you. And now let's unmute ourselves and offer one another a sign of peace. Peace, everyone. So good to be with you this morning.
Peace unto all.
Peace, everyone.
Peace
Peace
to
you
everybody.
all.
Peace. Assalamu alaikum. Sat Sri Akal.
Peace.
Peace, everyone.
Peace, everybody. Be blessed.
Thank you. And when you're ready, Bruce has a song for us.
Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru,
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Bruce. And whenever we do that song or that meditation, it reminds me that I was taught that that has to do with how you go through the hard places into the open places to find God. So there's that element that if you're suffering in your life or you're feeling constricted, it's actually leaning into that rather than running away from it. And that's how you find divine presence. So thank you so much. That's one of my favorites that you do. Thank you. And now let's do our joint affirmation. Mary, would you be willing to lead us in this?
Happy to. We come together in peace. We sing together in joy and in love. We worship together in one house, a house with names beyond number. Our paths are many, our beliefs are as leaves, and the tree that we cleave to is nourished by the light of compassion, justice, and mutual respect. May our lives, our beliefs, and our actions help to bring about the world of love we all seek. And let it begin here.
Beautiful. Thank you. And now if we take a few moments to pray in our own homes and in our own ways. As always, there are so many different causes and troubles in the world that need our attention. But when I was reading the news this morning, I saw about the recent fighting in Sudan. I don't know how much folks have heard about it, but I guess the paramilitary group has seized the palace and the airport, and there's a struggle. They're struggling right now with the army, and there's a lot of concern about unrest and what's going to happen for civilians if the group wins out or if there's extended fighting. So if we could take some moments to pray for those in Sudan living with such uncertainty and fear and violence right now, and also all the other causes in the world, they could also use our prayers. Let's pray. Thank you. And when you're ready, let's sing. You're still on mute, Bruce.
Thank you.
Tu mera pita, tune mera mata, tu mera pandava, tu mera brata,
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Bruce. It's just gorgeous. So thank you so much to all who donate to support our wonderful community. I think you saw that I sent out an email just about a week ago, thanking everyone for their donations during our pledge drive. And it's been so helpful. We really appreciate all your support during this time. We now have enough funds to last us into next year and possibly through the end of next year. And so we're very, very grateful. So thank you for that. I also just put our donation page in the chat. If you did want to donate, but you didn't get a chance to yet, please feel free to go there and help support this community and all that we're able to do. So we're very grateful to you. And then when you're ready, Bruce has a song for us.
From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. From the you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Bruce. And now it's my joy and honor to turn it over to Dr. Kala Singh. He is a physician, author, scholar, community activist, speaker, and television and YouTube personality. So he has a very extensive biography and list of achievements, which is just so wonderful. And also at this time, he's serving as the Assistant Secretary of the Global Sikh Council and the Vice Chair of the Multi-Faith Summit Council of BC. So we're so grateful to hear from him. When you're ready, over to you, Dr. Kala.
Yes, I'm ready. And thank you very much, Kathy, for giving me a chance to share some of the views of Guru Nanak with all of you. And the work you are doing is really great work. And I think I'll be joining you whenever I get time every week, depending upon. And to start with what we heard about Vaheguru and about the Shabad which was sung, I will like to talk a little bit about that one. But before that, the greetings which are commonly used. There are many greetings in Sikhi, but the most commonly used is Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So it has got a twofold affirmation. First is expression of special relationship between the Creator and those who dedicate their entire life to the good deeds and truthfulness. That is the Creator's service, God's service. And second is the expression of that faith in the ultimate triumph and victory of the forces of goodness. And when we heard about chanting of Vaheguru, 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 that's where it comes. Vah means wow, and Guru means the teacher. So when we listen to the teachings of the Guru and we understand it and we imbibe it in our mind and we live our life accordingly, then the life becomes very peaceful. That's when the mind itself says, wow, Guru. Like Kathy, the work Kathy is doing, when I look at it and when I appreciate it, then automatically it will come up from my mind, wow, Kathy, what good work you are doing. So the same thing like Vaheguru. Otherwise, the God does not have any name. As we heard in the Shabad, Tu mera pita, tu hai mera mata, tu mera rakha sabne thai. This you, Creator, is my father, my mother, my friends, my relatives, my brothers, my sisters, everything. Spiritually, you are the one. So when I feel that those attributes of the God, attributes like a father, mother, sister, friend, then I feel happiness in me that the God is always, the Creator is always with me. That was the main gist of that Shabad which was sung. Before we go to Vaisakhi, it is better that I talk about what Sikhi is and then how it went up to Vaisakhi. Sikh is a seeker, that means a student, and Guru is a teacher. So it is a student-teacher relationship. Student asks the questions and the Guru teacher replies it. And then we follow it and make our life better. So do not follow anybody, any guru blindly. It is a student and teacher relationship and a question answer. And there are 10 gurus. And at present, the guru is the holy book, Shri Guru Gobind Singh, which contains the teachings of the gurus. I will come to that a bit later. Guru Nanak is the founder. He was from 1469 to 1539. During his time, he observed that the ignorant masses were being treated very unfairly by both the rulers and by the clergy. And in fact, they are even today. They were suffering from injustices, oppression, and exploitation. There was no one to listen to them and to redress their situation. The rulers taxed them to death and even took away their wealth by force. Their daughters were kidnapped, sexually exploited. And the clergy was also doing almost the same thing. People had no spiritual knowledge. And whenever they suffered from some problems like disease, loss of income, death, or any problem, the clergy will come up with some meaningless and irrational solutions which would cost them money. If they refused, they will threaten them with more sufferings. And so they were in a no-win situation. So Guru Nanak was pained deeply to watch such a plight of the poor masses. And he raised his voice against these injustices, against the exploitation, and against everything which was going on. So he started to give the message, and he traveled for 24 years of his life in 4 journeys, covering 28,000 kilometers on foot at that time, around the world, as far as what is today's Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Russia, China, Nepal, Sikkim, Bhutan, Burma, and Sri Lanka, and went up to all those mountains which were impassable at that time. So Guru Nanak observed that Hindus have their own gods and Islam their own god. So these were the two big religions at that time. And they were fighting each other, that their god is superior. So Guru Nanak brought the revolution when he said, Ek Omkar, there is only one creator. And that one creator is the creator of the whole creation. God is in us. God is around us. God is with us. Tu mera pita, tu mera mata, tu mera rakha, sabni thai, every place, everywhere. You are my savior. And we are all children of one God. So when we think of that, we are all children of one God. That is when the exploitation stops. Guru Nanak talked of social equality wherever he went. And he said that there is only one religion, that is the religion of good deeds. And those good deeds, he said, was truthful character that is rising above evils like sexual lust, and we have seen it in Me Too movement, how many celebrities have fallen from grace. The anger, the attachment to worldly possessions, greed, and the ego. And we should imbibe the godly virtues, which are voluntary service, contentment, compassion, righteousness, and truthful character. I'll give you some of the attributes of Guru Nanak at that time. He was a great environmentalist. Today, we see that our environment is suffering, and everybody is talking, even United Nations is talking about saving the planet Earth. But more than 500 years ago, Guru Nanak compared the air, water, and earth with air as the Guru, water as the father, and earth as the great mother. So if we want to take care of our Guru, take knowledge from that, and we want to take care of our father, our children, and our mother, we should be taking care of our environment as air, water, and earth. And the way the Guru, the father, and the mother look after us, the same way air, water, and earth looks after us. So we should be protecting them. He was a spiritualist. I'll give only one example, otherwise the whole Guru Granth Sahib is full of that. That he said, ego is a chronic disease, but it's not incurable. So ego can be controlled by humility. Just one small example. Going on the road, somebody honks at me. What happens? My ego hurts. How can he honk at me? What did I do? So I will honk twice at that person. And we have seen many times, I've read in the newspapers, there is a fight breaks out many times. People come out and start fighting. So if it is in my humility, out of humility, I will keep quiet. Let this man honk at me maybe once, twice, and he will go away. That can solve the problem. He raised his voice for human rights. He said, there is no one is Hindu, no one is Muslim. We are all children of one God. So we are equal. So that is the father of the God and brotherhood of the mankind. So that way, he laid the foundation of human rights for all at that time. But the Universal Declaration of Human Rights by General Assembly was on 10th of December 1948. But Guru Nanak did it at that time. When we look at the human rights, I will talk about the martyrdom of Sikh Gurus if I'm given a chance again. When you celebrate the martyrdom of the fifth Guru, Guru Arjan, I'll be speaking about that in great detail at that time. But at this time, about the human rights, I will talk about only the martyrdom of the ninth Guru, Guru Tegh Bahadur, is a practical example of compassion and interfaith harmony. The Aurangzeb was the Muslim emperor of India at that time, and he started a campaign of forcibly converting Hindus to Islam and demolishing Hindu temples. That was his way. That does not mean that all the Muslims were like that or are there today, but it is just an example of one emperor. So those who refused were killed. So the Pandits, the Hindu Pandits at that time, they came in a delegation to Guru Tegh Bahadur and asked for his intercession. And Guru Tegh Bahadur said, ask Aurangzeb to convert me to Islam. And if he could convert me, then everybody, all of you will be converted automatically. And for the intercession, he started his journey to Delhi. And then along with him, hundreds and thousands of Sikhs joined him. But Aurangzeb arrested him on the way. So along with him were arrested Bhai Dayal Das and two brothers, Bhai Mati Das and Bhai Sati Das. So Guru was put in a cage, and Aurangzeb told him that either you accept Islam or show me a miracle, otherwise you will be killed. So Guru refused all of that. Then he put by Jal Das, he watered him by boiling alive in a pot of boiling water. By Mati Das was made to stand erect and tied to two posts, and the two executioners placed a double-handed saw on his head, and he was sawn from across from head to loins by cutting into two pieces. By Sati Das was martyred by wrapping him in a cotton, pouring oil, and burning alive. Well, Guru Tegh Bahadur was witnessing all these things. Ultimately, he was beheaded on 24th of November, 1675. So all this martyrdom was for what? Guru Tegh Bahadur was not a Hindu, and all the gurus did not accept Hindu philosophy, but he sacrificed his life, and his companions sacrificed their life for the freedom of worship, that everybody have the right to freedom of worship. We may not like it, that is a different thing, but nobody can force anybody. And as part of equality, the daily prayer that is called Ardas, Sikhs do is, it concludes the couplet, Nanak, implore the love of God, with your mercy, let everyone prosper. Coming to women's rights, during that time and even today, majority of world religions have placed women in a secondary position to men, and they are even today. And at that time, they were considered as even lower than second-class citizens. So Guru Nanak gave them equality, and in the couplet, in the hymn, he wrote that we marry a woman. When a woman dies, we marry another woman. Women are the one who give birth to us, all of us, including saints and the kings. So why to call women a second-class citizen? Why to call them low? But when we look at women's rights in today's world, in USA, Colorado was the first state to adopt an amendment granting women the right to vote. That was in 1893 AD. But Guru Nanak did it in 1499. And nobody, in fact, knows what Guru Nanak did. And as an educationist, what he will do to put his point, he will not say, he will not criticize anyone that you are doing it wrong. What we will do, like I'll give two examples. He went to Mecca as a Haji, and he slept with his feet towards Mecca, towards Kaaba. And all those Hajis got angered with him, so he created an attention. And they asked him, who is this infidel putting their feet towards Kaaba? So he said, put my feet where you think there is no God. Just to make them realize that God is pervasive everywhere and in all of us, not only in one direction or at one place. That's his way of giving his point of view rather than condemning them. He went to Haridwar, Hindu place, where Hindus were offering water towards sun, that is in the east, as oblation to their ancestors in heaven. And Guru Nanak started offering water on the opposite direction, to the west. So that created an attention. And the Hindus asked, what the hell are you doing? He said, I'm giving the water to my fields in Punjab. How can you your water reach in Punjab? He said that in the same way, your water can reach millions of miles away in some other planet, wherever you think your ancestors are. So this was the way of giving his message rather than condemning it. In fact, today again, there is a need to reason and not to force our ideas onto others. If all of us, and more so the world leaders, adopt this, many of our conflicts that the world is experiencing can be prevented and solved. And same so too in our homes also. Guru Nanak was a great scientist. During his time, nobody knew the science. And he gave the theory of Big Bang at that time, the origin of life in water, evolution of species, and the reproduction. He said that before this universe came into being, there was utter darkness everywhere. And then God, that is the universal energy, in fact, the God in Sikhi is a universal energy, was in a trance. And from that energy, a sound came. From that sound came many things, and they started expanding. That were the planets. And from that sound, first came air, that was the gas. This is what the Big Bang theory says. From that air came the water, and from the water came the first inorganic matter, organic matter, and then the living beings. This is what today's science says. I'll come to the Holy Book, Guru Granth Sahib. A holy book is said to be universal if its message is for entire humanity and not for its followers only. And Guru Granth Sahib is a universal holy book who talks of only one creator. It talks of coexistence and cooperation because of the universal father of good and brotherhood of mankind. Guru Granth Sahib contains teachings of Sikh Gurus and 30 Hindu and Muslim saints. An example of interfaith relations and respect. And these saints belong to diverse religious, social, cultural, and linguistic background and from different parts of India. It talks of controlling the mind, which is in every human being. It does not talk of any rituals to please the God. And when we talk about equality and interfaith relations, the Darbar Sahib Amritsar, which is normally called Golden Temple, the foundation stone was laid by a Muslim, Amir. So there is many big personalities have talked about Guru Granth Sahib. I think the time is running short. So I will only talk about Bertrand Russell, that in 1950, Bertrand Russell was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature. And he said, if some lucky men survive the onslaught of Third World War of atomic and hydrogen bombs, the Sikh religion will be the only means of guiding them. It has the capability, but Sikhs have not brought out in broad daylight the splendid doctrines of their religion, which has come into existence for the benefit of the entire mankind. And I have said in many times that Guru Nanak started human rights, Guru Nanak started equality, women's rights, but nobody knows the Guru Nanak's contribution because the Sikhs have failed to bring this out in the broad daylight. So now coming to Vaisakhi, Guru Nanak wanted to create a society which is based on truthful character and equality. That nobody is low, nobody is high, no caste, no nothing. So on Vaisakhi Day, that is 14th of April 1699, Guru Gobind Singh, the last Guru, chose Vaisakhi Day, which was already being celebrated as Harvest Festival. So on that day, he called the congregation. I will not go into detail what happened in that congregation, but he baptized first the 5 who came forward to take the baptism, that is the holy water. We don't call it baptism, but just because of English, there is no any other term. So I use that one. And after baptizing them, he gave them the surname of Singh. That is the brotherhood, that everybody is a Singh. That means power lion. And the women were given the surname Kaur. That brings equality in the human beings. And after giving them baptism, Guru Gobind Singh kneeled down to these five and said, please baptize me also, so that I can also join the same brotherhood. But this type of humility is not seen anywhere, in any religion or anywhere in this universe. And after that, he gave commandment of how to live a truthful character. And for the outer experience of 5 Ks, that is case that everybody is born with the hair. Anywhere, any religion or any culture they belong to, everybody is born with the hair. So we should keep it because it is a gift of God. Case Kach, which will wear a underwear, that is for moral character. Kanga, that is to clean the hair. Kanga, Kech, Kada, that is a bracelet, which is given different meanings. But the main thing is that it stops me whenever I want to do something wrong with my right hand. It stops me that I'm the Sikh of the Guru. And the Kirpan, that is with the Kirpan, with this character, Guru Gobind Singh that they created the said soldier. If the Kirpan, the sword is in the hand of a soldier will kill it, use it for any purpose. But a saint soldier will not do it. So on that day, Guru gave the concept of saint soldier. That means a saint soldier is protecting the oppressed from the tyranny of the oppressor, even at the cost of his her life. But today, we don't take out the kirpan, but we help the person who needs it in any way which is possible now, today, these days, like going to the courts or any. Weapon is to be used only for protecting oneself and others, not for oppression and senseless killing. War should be waged as a last resort, and war should be waged without hatred, any desire, or any revenge. The purpose of war should be to deliver justice, not for a revenge. Territory should not be annexed. Looting and booting is forbidden. And only a minimum of force is to be used. And when it is achieved, then all attempts should be made to establish peace. And if these attributes of a saint soldier, of Guru Nanak, of Guru Gobind Singh are used in the religion and in the politics. Normally people say, don't mix religion and politics. Yes, religion and politics should not be discussed because religion is normally the rituals, which everybody says my ritual is better and your ritual is better. But if we go into the attributes of the spiritual message, we incorporate that in the politics. And if my politician does anything wrong, I will catch him that the attributes say we should not be taking bribe, we should not be having sexual relationship with your employees, we should not be doing these things, we should not do that. So with this, I conclude. There is a lot to talk, but because of the time, I have condensed it. And when I was looking at the calendar which was sent by Kathy to me, I saw that you will be celebrating Parliament of World Religions on 19th of August. Just to let people know that I will be talking at Parliament of World Religions in Chicago on religion and human rights. That will be on 16th of August at 5 a.m. PDT, which will be, 6 a.m. PDT, and it will be 8 a.m. Chicago time. With that, I'll say Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa and Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Kala. I just learned so much from your talk. We really appreciate you taking this time to share with us, especially today when there's so much going on with the parade. And I know you were just being interviewed earlier this week. But this was wonderful. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope to be able to watch your talk online. I won't be physically at the Parliament this year. I usually go, but I won't go this year. But hopefully I'll get to hear your talk online. So thank you so much. I know you said you have to get going. I think Bruce.
No problem. If there's any questions, I will wait.
Oh, thank you. Here, I think Bruce has one more song, and then I'll do a closing prayer. And then anyone who has to go is welcome to go. But then if anyone would like to stay after and ask any questions, we can do that then. So thank you so much. And when you're ready, Bruce. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Bruce. That was wonderful. And so friends, thank you so much for joining us today. Happy Vaisakhi. May you go forth just keeping the wisdom and the awakening that Guru Nanak and the other gurus experienced, the oneness of all peoples, the full equality, care for one another, the equality of women, care for the environment, the importance of integrating science into what we're learning so we can better care for each other. So let us take all this wisdom and go forth and celebrate Vaisakhi this weekend. So thank you so much. It's been such a blessing.